Britain's richest man, Sir Jim Ratcliffe, has stated his intentions to buy a stake in footballing giant Manchester United. Its fan base is demanding a change of ownership following a disastrous start to the English Premier League season and a series of barren and disappointing seasons.
These are bleak times for Manchester United, the team that once set the benchmark for Premier League greatness, now engulfed in gloom.
And Bono, it's 4!
For the first time in 30 years, a season's begun with 2 defeats. The blame game is very much focused up in the stands, on the owners, in a stadium where the Glazers are far from welcome. Protests greeted their takeover in 2005, and the fan anger persists over the debt, personal profiteering and underinvestment in the team. Rage that forced last year's visit of Liverpool to be called off before kick-off. There's no public dissent against the Glazers from inside Old Trafford. Former directors will speak out.
My message to the Glazer family is, you have run out of road. Please, with honour, with dignity, with professionalism, just quietly push the exit door now. Your time's finished. It's over. And the man to sell this football club to is British man Sir Jim Ratcliffe.
Sir Jim Ratcliffe has now gone public with his dreams of buying into the club he supported long before investments in Ineos turned him into one of Britain's richest men. The chemicals company saying in a statement, if something like this was possible, we would be interested in talking with a view to long-term ownership. This is not about the money that has been spent or not spent. Jim is looking at what can be done now, and knowing how important the club is to the city, it feels like the time is right for a reset. Regardless of the current struggles on the pitch, Manchester United remained one of the most desirable sports teams to own in the world. There is no indication from the Glazers, though, that they are willing to sell up completely yet. And even Sir Jim Ratcliffe has only said he is exploring a potential deal, and there's no sign of any official bid yet to be tabled with the owners. It is the debt that stands at around £500 million, so enraging supporters, and the more than £1 billion spent in interest payments and fees across 17 years.
The most important people in football are the supporters. They're the people who love the club, who care about the club, who are passionate about the club, and they should be right in the heart of the club. They should be embedded to the club, and whoever takes over really has to take that on board, I think.
What's unclear is how much United would cost, far more than the £2.5 billion Chelsea was sold for this year. But investment is needed in the stadium infrastructure and in the struggling squad.
What about money for new players, sir? Are you able to invest?
We've always spent the money necessary to buy new players.
A rarity for fans in a Sky News interview this year to hear from one of the Glazers. Owners who it's understood are open to minority investment, but seem no closer to giving fans the transfer long desired, a change at the top.